This document is not a bill. And yet, it still determines how much your property taxes are going to be every single year for as long as you own your home. What do you do if it's wrong? I am talking about your trim notice. Usually it arrives sometime in August. If you're like me, you may have seen this come in the mail and either filed it away or simply tossed it because you weren't quite sure what it meant. According to the Florida Department of Revenue, in 1980, the Florida legislature passed the Truth in Millage, or TRIM, Act. This law is designed to inform taxpayers which government entity is responsible for the taxes levied and the amount of tax liability taxpayers owe to each entity. The property appraiser sends this information, known as the trim notice, to property owners. If its main purpose is to break down where your property taxes are going, why is it important? It's important because it also determines how the property appraiser values your home, which directly relates to how much you pay in property taxes. An article from FloridaHomesteadCheck.com gives some great advice. You want your market value to be as low as possible on the first time that it's determined by the property appraiser, which happens on the initial January 1st after you purchase your property. And then you want your market value in subsequent years to be as high as possible. Wait, that sounds weird. Essentially, when you buy your house, you want to pay close attention to the trim notice and make sure that the market value, sometimes known as the just value, is as low as possible because your property taxes are directly determined by this number. In that first year, it's usually 85% of what you paid for the home. And each subsequent year, it should be no more than 85% of what you could sell your home for, according to FloridaHomesteadCheck.com. So what if my trim notice is too high? Take action ASAP. If you notice that your trim notice is too high, you have less than 30 days to fix it. You do this by contacting your local property appraiser, bringing up the dispute, and coming to a solution. If you cannot find a compromise, you file a Value Adjustment Board petition with your local VAB board. These petitions have to be filed by no later than early September. The exact deadlines do vary depending upon where you live in the state. If you miss the deadline, you forfeit your right to make any adjustments for that year. In Alachua County, you can go to the VAB site on alachuacounty.us. There you can find the forms and the frequently asked questions. It is important because if your value is too high, your property taxes will increase unnecessarily. Taxes often go up, and that's okay, but they should not be going up more than is necessary. Did you get your trim notice? Do you want to talk about it? That's what I'm here for. Drop a comment below or connect with me directly because I'm happy to help you navigate these confusing notices to make sure you're not overpaying. And remember, while it's easy to get lost in the shuffle of junk mail and spam, pay close attention to these notices because it could save you thousands. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.